Hi guys, this is Nujahat Anjum. Yesterday class we will discuss about the structure of atom, the cause of bond formation and the type of bonds. Today's class we will discuss about the bond length, bond angle, bond energy and bond order. Before starting today's class, I will confirm one thing. In previous class, while explaining the example of ionic bond, we will take sodium chloride, that is NaCl, as the example of ionic bond. Here, while explaining the electronic configuration of sodium, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1, I will say it is 2p8 in previous class, but it is not 2p8, it is 2p6, because in p orbital there is maximum only 6 electrons can be we will fill. More than 6 no electrons can be filled in the p orbital. Okay, now we will discuss about the today's topics. First topic is bond length. Okay, the definition of bond length is when two atoms are bonded by a covalent bond. That is, when the two atoms are covalently bonded with each other, then the distance between the center of the two nuclei is called its bond length. For different atoms, the bond length is different. If the bond is single, then if the bond is double, then also the bond length will be changes. The bond length, it is nothing but when the atoms are covalently bonded with each other, then the distance between the center of the two nuclei, it is called its bond length. And the bond length is measured by the X-ray crystallography method, and the unit of bond length is angstrom. This is the unit of bond length, and these are the example for the bond length. For carbon hydrogen, the bond if the covalent bond is present between carbon and hydrogen atom, then its bond length is 1.09. In case of carbon carbon single bond, the bond length is 1.54 angstrom, and in case of carbon carbon double bond, the bond length is 1.34 angstrom. In the case of carbon carbon triple bond, the bond length is 1.20 angstrom. It means as the number of bonds increases, the bond length will be decreases. Look at here, from carbon carbon single bond to carbon carbon triple bond, the bond length will be decreases because the number of bonds is increases. As the number of bonds increases, the two atoms will become close to each other. The force of attraction between the two atoms is increases. That's why the bond length is decreases. In case of OH atom, the bond length is 0.96 angstrom, and in case of nitrogen and hydrogen bond, the bond length is 1.002 angstrom, and in the case of carbonyl C single bond O bond, the bond length is 1.43 angstrom, and in the case of C double bond O bond, the bond length is 1.21 angstrom. Here again the bond length is decreases as the number of bond increases. In case of Cn, the bond length is 1.47 angstrom. Let's see here, in carbon and chlorine, the bond between carbon and chlorine is here the bond length is 1.77 angstrom. In case of carbon bromine bond, the bond length is 1.91 angstrom. In case of carbon iodine bond, the bond length is 2.12 angstrom. Here chlorine, bromine, iodine are the halogens. They are 17 group elements. They are arranged in the increasing order of their size. Chlorine is smaller than the bromine and bromine is smaller than the iodine. It means as the size of the atom increases, the bond length which is also be increases. Look at here, the bond length between carbon and chlorine is 1.77 angstrom, and carbon bromine is 1.91 angstrom, and carbon iodine is 2.12 angstrom. It means As the size of the atom is increases, the bond length which is also be increases. This is about the bond length. Now we will discuss about bond angle. Okay, here the definition of bond angle is: the bond angle is the angle between the two bonds originated from same atom in a covalent species. This is the, let me see the example for the bond angle. That is H2O, it is the example. How H2O will be, right? This is the oxygen, this is hydrogen, and this is another hydrogen atom. Here the bond length is the angle between the two bonds originated from same atom. Here same atom is oxygen. Here OH bond is covalent bond. The bond angle is, this is the bond angle. This is the bond angle. In water the bond angle is 104.5 degree. The bond angle in water is 104.5 degree. The bond angle, it is nothing but it is the angle between the two bonds originated from the same atom in a covalent species. In other case it can also defined as, the bond angle may be defined as the internal angle between the two orbitals containing electron pairs in the valence shell of the central atom in a molecule. Here what he will be say, the bond angle may be defined as the internal angle. The internal angle means here within the molecule the angle will be formed. The internal angle between two orbitals containing electron pairs. Here the two orbitals, the orbital of the oxygen, the two orbitals of the oxygen, they are containing electron pairs in their valence shell of the central atom. Here the central atom is oxygen. The oxygen have containing two orbitals of the valence shell. The angle between these, the internal angle between these two valence shells, it is called as bond angle. For water the bond angle is 104.5 degree. For ammonia NH3 the bond angle is 107 degree. And for methane CH4 the bond angle is 109.5 degree. Okay, now go to the next topic. Bond energy. What is bond energy? Bond energy, it is also called as bond strength. It is nothing but the amount of energy required to break a bond. It is called bond energy. In a molecule, the amount of energy required to break a bond, it is called its bond energy. If the bond is strong, the bond energy, it is also be strong. If the bond is weak, then the bond energy is also weak. We know in previous class in bond length topic we will discuss, as the number of bonds increases the bond length will be decreases. As the bond length decreases the bond energy is increases here. Why? Because as the bond length is decreases, it means the force of attraction between the two atoms is increases. That's why the bond is stronger as compared to the single bond. Double bond is stronger as compared to the single bond, and triple bond is stronger bond as compared to the double bond. That's why the bond energy is increases as the number of bonds increases, and it is increases as the bond length decreases. Let's see, in the case of carbon and hydrogen bond, the bond energy is 99 kilocalorie per mole, and in case of carbon-carbon single bond, the bond energy is 83 kilocalorie per mole, and in case of carbon-carbon double bond, the bond energy is 146 kilocalorie per mole, and in case of carbon-carbon triple bond, the bond energy is 200 kilocalorie per mole. Look at here, the bond energy is increases. That is the amount of energy required to break the bond. It is increases as the number of bonds increases. from carbon-carbon single bond to carbon-carbon triple bond. In case of OH, the bond energy is 111 kilocalorie per mole, and in case of NH, the bond energy is 93 kilocalorie per mole. And see here, different bonds are there and their bond energies are also there. In case of carbon and oxygen bond, the bond energy is 86 kilocalorie per mole, and in case of carbon oxygen double bond, the bond energy is 179 kilocalorie per mole. Here also be, as the bond number of bonds increases, the bond energy it is also increases. Number of bonds and bond energy are directly proportional to each other. And the bond between carbon and hydrogen, here the bond energy is 73 kilocalorie per mole. So 73 kilocalorie per mole energy is required to break the carbon nitrogen bond. And in case of carbon and chlorine bond, the bond energy is 81 kilocalorie per mole. And in case of carbon and carbon bromine bond, the bond energy is 68 kilocalorie per mole. And in case of carbon iodine bond, the bond energy is 51 kilocalorie per mole. Here also we see the concept of size of the atoms. As the size of the atom increases, the bond energy which is decreases, because as the size of the atom increases, the bond length it is also increases. As the bond length increases, the bond energy is decreases. By this we will understand the bond length and bond energy are the inversely proportional to each other. As the bond length increases, the bond energy is decreases. Now we will go to the another concept, bond order. Bond order, what is the meaning of bond order? You already discussed about it in your PUC. You know about the molecular orbital theory. VSPER theory, VBT theory, molecular orbital theory. You people already study about this. In molecular orbital theory, we will discuss the bond order. Bond order, it is nothing but the difference between the number of electrons in the bonding molecular orbital to the half of the difference between the number of electrons in the bonding molecular orbital to the number of electrons in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is the formula of the bond order. How to calculate the bond order? This is the molecular orbital formula. By this we will find out this is the electronic configuration of the molecules. We will know the electronic configuration of the atoms, how to calculate the how to write the electronic configuration of atoms, and by this manner we will write the electronic configuration of the molecules. The bond order is we will calculate only in the molecules, not in the atoms. So by this we will arrange the electronic configuration. Here the star mark which is represents the anti-bonding molecular orbitals, and the other orbitals are represented by other orbitals are bonding molecular orbitals. Bond order, it is the number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbitals minus number of electrons present in the antibonding molecular orbitals whole divided by 2. It is called bond order. By this method we will calculate the bond order. Commonly we will know that let here see the bond between the oxygen molecule is there is double bond is between two oxygen molecules, hence the bond order is 2. And in case of nitrogen molecule, this is the how this is the N2 molecule. How we will write the N2 molecule? It is written like this. In N2 molecule there is triple bond is present in between two nitrogen atoms, and hence here the bond order is 3. In the case of the molecules which does not contains the positive or negative charge on it, here the bond order can be, we will easily say that the number of bonds present between the two atoms in a molecule, it is called its bond order. It is generally, but in particularly how we will calculate the bond order like this manner by using the formula half of the difference between the number of electrons in the bonding molecular orbital minus number of electrons in antibonding molecular orbital. It is called bond order. In the next class, we will discuss about the hybridization topic. Okay, we will see in next class.